sauce. Hey, get the sauce.
Good morning. Oh my Lord, what a night. Optimum, man. Holy hell. I committed verbal assault on several different... In my defense, it was completely justified. I have never seen anything like that before. All right, one sec. Let me get MLB... So I'll tell you the story in 1 sec. Let me just get Prop Beaver and Toast invited here. I haven't even talked to Toast this morning. I hope he's awake. All right, so I don't know if you guys remember, but back in March, my internet went out and it ruined a show, right? This was back in March. So I called Optimum and I was like, yo, what steps can I do to make sure this never happens again? Because I run a business out of my house. We're very reliant on going live. It's a media company. And they were like, what you should do is upgrade from a residential to a business account because the service is much more reliable. And if it goes out, your first priority, you are a first priority as far as getting back up and running. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. So this is 2 months ago. We set it up. The technician was supposed to come out and install it and set it up. He never did. So the technician never came. I forgot about it. So 2 months later, apparently they've been billing me for a business account, which is expensive, this whole time. So 2 months later, here's where it gets crazy. This has a plot twist like a M. Night Shyamalan movie. So the service cuts off, and I call, and they're like, oh, it's been canceled due to a past due balance. So I go on my Optimum account, balance zero. It's auto pay. It can't be past due. The balance is zero. So it goes back and forth. They transfer me with like 7 different people. Finally, they're like, oh, wait, you have a second account here with a past due balance. And I was like, there is no second account. And so finally they squared it up. They canceled. They erased the balance. The internet's still not on. And they go, so this is like hours later. Finally, they've realized they set up a second account that I didn't know about and were billing me. And finally, they realize it, cancel it, and erase the balance. Internet's still not on. And hours later, they're like, oh, yeah, there's an outage in your area. Like, unreal, man. I was livid. Do I hear Toast in the room?
No, I'm the only one here. I don't know where he is.
All right, I haven't talked to him, so let's just do it, the two of us. There's only 5 games. But anyway, it was nuts. Like, hours of figuring this out for them to be like, oh, sorry about that. Here, let's erase the balance. And then the internet still doesn't come on, and then they go, oh, there's an outage. Oh, my God. So, yeah, my patience was tested yesterday. I had no internet for about 8 hours. I was about 2 hours away from taking a spear out into the woods and hunting for food. That's how primitive I felt. All right.
This guy Toasty thinks there's a blackout one day. You can skip work the next.
Yeah,
what the fuck is this?
I don't know.
Sleep in day?
Wow, look at YouTube changed the style of their poll there. You see that? It's like it's like tan. I don't know if I like it. I kind of like the other color. But, all right, so Prop Beaver, the first game up is I have 2 bets down in these early games, by the way, and this is one of them. So hold on, let's go make this poll look a little nicer. All right, so I don't. This number's a little sketchy, and maybe I'm playing it to something stupid. How do you not play the under at 9.5 here? Both these lineups are terrible, and as far as the starting pitching, Jake Irvin's been pitching well. And, yeah, you could look at his game logs and question the competition. He hasn't pitched against the most dangerous lineups, but he's putting up decent numbers, and he's pitching against the Twins. So it's not like all of a sudden he's pitching against the Yankees. He's pitching against the Twins. So judging by the competition he's been dealing against, I think everything points to him dealing again. I hear an echo. There's Toast.
There he is. There he is.
There he is.
Yeah, stop,
Good morning.
Stop sending Toast your other links, bro.
I send him the same link I send him every day.
That link you sent me the other day was weird. I'm not going to out you, though.
All right, so Toast, what I was saying is this number definitely seems a little sketchy, but how do we not play an under here? And I did bet the under at 9. Toast, I'm echoing a little bit in my ear. How do you not play the under here at 9.5? Both these lineups are bottom 5 in the league right now. Jake Irvin's actually pitching well. Woods Richardson, look, I don't have a ton of faith in him, but the Nets lineup really hasn't been good. They exploded the other day, but as a whole, they haven't been great. So even if Woods Richardson could hold it to under 4 runs, I still think we should cash here. Both these bullpens are rested. This graphic says 8.5. I got this at 9.5 at -120. Now, almost positive you can get a 9. So this number's way too high, in my opinion, for two bad lineups.
I want the Nats here. I just feel like this price, you said the price is a little fishy. I think it's also a little fishy. Twins price at just -130 with a guy with a sub-3 ERA on the mound. His earned run line is at 2.5, juiced to the over. A line he's only gone over once this season. That screams suspect to me. He's been impressive this season, Mr. Woods Richardson, but all the expected numbers tell me that he's definitely due for regression. He puts the ball in play a ton, hasn't gotten that bad luck yet, but he has been a lot more vulnerable on the road thus far. The xFIP is a whole 2 points higher. The ERA is double the price. Double the points. And while the Nats have been cold over the last 2 weeks against starting right-handed pitching, if you look at the Nats this season against starting right-handed pitching at home against Wood Richardson's top 3 pitches, 5th in WOBA, 8th in ISO, 5th in batter run value, 4th in barrel percentage. So they've absolutely annihilated this kid's pitch mix. Sure, they got shut out by Joe Ryan yesterday, but let's not forget the day before, they absolutely annihilated Pablo Lopez. I think they could get a few runs off of SWR here. On the other side, we got the Twins offense, and the last 5 righties to face this team have held them to a 0.52 ERA, a 0.69 whip, and a 0.77 home run per 9. They're not doing anything well against righties since May 12th, actually. The last 10 days, the Twins are dead last in WRC+, ISO, and OBP against right-handed pitching. They're facing Irvin, who is having a solid sophomore season, coming off a rough start against the Phillies, a lineup who just can't stop hitting right now. This could be a nice buy low spot. Now, the only concern would be the fact that the Twins are starting 5 lefties, actually 1 less lefty, so that's good for us. But they are really bad against this dude's pitch mix from starting right-handed pitching, 26 in WOBA, 26 in batter run value, 25th in barrel percentage, and the fact that the Twins bullpen has been a train wreck over the last 2 weeks, while the Nats has been slightly above average. And I'm going to take the plus price of one of the most profitable teams in baseball to this point.
Kyle, where do you bet the team won't get a run? Those are alt team totals. Most sportsbook have them. Caesars, DraftKings. Prop Beaver Doug Lane says he's going to get you an Andrew Abbott jersey.
He
dealt yesterday.
He's the luckiest pitcher in all of baseball. It's truly absurd.
So, Toast, do you want to just use your laptop mic for the day?
Well, I don't have a fucking choice at this point. So
it sounds fine, bro. It sounds fine.
Yeah, I'm on the Nats here. I don't know about the under. I don't really play totals like that. I wouldn't play an under at 9.5 on a getaway day. That doesn't even make sense, though, to me. So that'd be more fishier than anything. So, but yeah, I'm on the Nats. I can't really add more than what Beaver has.
All right. Both of them on the Nats. I'm on the under. That team. I ran that poll with the total at 8.5. It's at 9. You can, as of an hour ago, you could get a 9.5 on ESPN Bet and Caesars. So I hope that's still there for you. But
you can get 9.5 anywhere.
Really? It's all 9.5 now?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's moving the opposite of my bet. Don't care though. I'm on the under. Next up, Mets Cleveland. I got a sharp one here, guys.
Hope it's Cleveland somewhere at home where you're gonna lose.
No, it's not Cleveland, but wouldn't be surprised if Cleveland wins. So, let me get the poll up and running. Yeah, I wouldn't bet the Mets to win. Quintana, who knows? But so I played Mets team total over 4.5. I don't have a ton of faith in the Mets lineup in general, but against righties, I like. On the road, I like. Tristan McKenzie due to get hit up. Cleveland has no bullpen at all. And I mean none. Clase's pitched 3 straight games. There's no Barlow. Cleveland's bullpen's completely cooked, which means if McKenzie gets into any trouble at all, they're going to be in trouble. The reason I went with Mets team total over instead of the Mets money line is I don't want to put any faith in Jose Quintana at all. Also, I like – well, actually, Cleveland's lineup weirdly has great numbers against lefties recently, because the reason I say weirdly is because they have a lot of lefties in their lineup. But they're getting to lefties. I don't trust Quintana, and the Mets bullpen is also kind of taxed. That's why I don't want to touch the Mets money line, but I like the Mets team total over, and I wouldn't be mad at playing the full game over as well, but I just went Mets team total over.
Go ahead, Beaver.
Yeah, I went with the Guardians first. Wow, no Naylor today? Are you fucking kidding me? I went with the Guardians first 5 team total over 2.5. Wow, I cannot believe Naylor's setting. That's annoying. Quintana's not having the best season thus far. Honestly, no Naylor or not, there's one thing that's certain. This Jose Quintana character is not a good baseball pitcher. 5.21 ERA, 5.7 xERA, 48% hard hit percentage. I mean, Jesus Christ. He's considerably struggled more on the road this season. WHIP is at 1.71. ERA is at 7.13. And this has been the case going back years and years now. I mean, since 2020, the guy's got a 5.20 ERA on the road and a 1.51 WHIP. So this is not a spot you want to back him. Meanwhile, the Guardians versus lefties this season, they're setting 6th in WRC+, 2nd in ISO, 10th in OBP. The 4 lefties to visit the Guardians thus far have combined for an 8.47 ERA, 3.2 home runs per 9, and a 1.53 WHIP. They scored 4+ runs through the first 5 in all 4 of these games. Against Quintana's pitch mix from starting lefties specifically, the Guardians, 1st in WOBA, 1st in ISO, 1st in batter run value, and 1st in barrel percentage. So they've absolutely annihilated what this dude is throwing at them. And our friends at ballparkpal.com, they're projecting them for a whopping 3.5 runs for the Guardians through the first 5. We got excellent hitting conditions today. 34% boost in home runs, 17% boost in extra base hits, 17% boost in runs. Day games could be weird. We got Naylor out, which absolutely sucks. God damn, am I pissed about that. But I still think it's worth a half unit play here, so that's what I have.
And the line is completely flipped here. The Mets are now favored. They're like -112, -113. So the Mets were +110, and it's completely flipped. So maybe there's more changes than just Naylor. Is there someone else? Is J-Ram sitting out?
J-Ram's not, but it actually does. I mean, it looks like, what the fuck is this, Cleveland? It looks like they rolled out a bullshit-ass lineup. Don't even bet it. Fucking what? I really hate betting Wednesdays. Shit's stupid.
Toast?
I'm on Cleveland first 5 run line at +100. I don't know what it's at right now, but I'm okay with Naylor not being in the lineup. That doesn't change my bet at all. I mean, he's had 2 hits in the last 5 days. I don't think it's really going to change that much, personally. I think that McKenzie can deal here today against a Mets team that, I mean, really hasn't shown a whole bunch of signs of life. I guess for me, if you're scoring a whole bunch of runs and losing games, like, it's just empty calories for me. So I just don't even put a whole bunch of stock into it. McKenzie's been really, really good. And the Mets haven't seen him. It'd be different if the Mets had a little bit of an experience seeing him, but he's one of those pitchers that it's really hard to pick up coming out of his hand. And when he's rolling, he can really, really be scary. So I'll take my chances with Cleveland in the first 5 on the run line.
Well, I mean, he's probably money line now because they're underdogs.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I bet you it's about to pick them. Unless you still want to lay the half run.
I would still lay at the half run at a big plus price personally, but yeah.
All right. Baltimore, St. Oh, this one is they're I believe they're finishing the game from yesterday, and this game is not being played. That's correct, right?
I don't know. I've only been up for 5 minutes.
So I believe that the game that was postponed yesterday, they're finishing that game, and then they're not playing this one. Is what I'm saying.
Why wouldn't they play this game?
I wasn't in the room when they decided it. I'm not an MLB executive. I'm just reading.
I'm just saying. I just like. What do you?
Oh, you're just being inquisitive. I don't know.
I didn't hear that.
Hold on. Let me. Now I got to check.
Yeah, I don't really know what you're talking about. I don't see anything in terms of like a cancellation or anything. Like,
It says Baltimore, St. Louis. The Cardinals-Orioles game will have to wait a day to finish Tuesday night game. It was suspended in the 6th. That was last night. It will be completed Wednesday. So at 3 p.m., they're completing the game. That was yesterday. But nowhere does it say that they're playing. Oh, wait a second.
they're probably gonna do both today.
But it says
That's why they're.
It says the
That's
first
why they're
one,
waiting to release a John Means outs line. I've been waiting for it all day.
but according to this, the second game is happening first, or they just ESPN screwing it up?
I have no clue.
I don't know. I don't use ESPN. For ESPN. I would assume they're playing both. Usually the way it works is they finish the one that they went before, and then they go for the game afterwards, right after that.
Yeah.
Regardless, I won't be touching it because it's the same thing. It's just like a doubleheader. So no bet for me.
Someone said, why would you say something you're not sure about? Because I said, I'm not sure about it, dummy. All right. Angels, Astros. All right, plus 155. Over 9, under 9. All right, so for this one, I didn't actually bet this, but it's almost because I didn't. It feels. Tell me why you wouldn't go right back to the over based on what we've seen. Hunter Brown against the Angels lineup that keeps hitting. Tyler Anderson, a lefty. Both bullpens are completely cooked. Tell me why you wouldn't go right back to an over here. But I feel like after the first 2 games of this series, you'd have to look over. And I feel like everyone would be looking over. I'm not saying that necessarily makes it a bad bet, but I don't know how you would go over.
I didn't play the over. I played Angels team total over 3.5, though. I don't want to worry about the Astros, but I will take this red hot Angels team that just figures out ways to continue to score runs. So team total over 3.5. I think they've went over this number in 7 of their last 10 games. I think it is. Let me see. 1, 2, 8 of their last 10 games. Lefty, righties, it doesn't really seem to matter right now. I think that this team just happens to be clicking. I think that's what happens when your manager calls you out. They saw Hunter Brown last year. It was at home, but he gave up 9 hits and 4 runs. I don't put a whole bunch of stock into that. It's not the same Angels team, but it's just worth mentioning. And then because I will say that the couple guys that have seen him, Taylor Ward, 3 for 3 against him, Zach Nettles, 1 for 2. So that helps. But again, not a lot of history there. But my point being is that this Angels team is pretty hot right now for me. So if you're going to give me their team total at a decent price, I got it at minus 115 at 3.5. I'll take my chances.
Yeah, I mean, I like the over. So an Angels team total over at 3.5. I would imagine that's going to be pretty juiced, right? Because the total for this game's at 9, so 3.5.
Minus 115.
Really? How does that math make sense?
The books, again, have Hunter Brown's prices very suspect, expecting him to deal. What will happen? He's going to get shelled again. I don't know what the books are doing with some of these prices. It makes no sense to me, but yeah. I'm going Astros first 5 team total over 2.5. I do not care. I'm actually more concerned about the Angels bats here than the Astros bats. Angels bats against righties are very inconsistent. Sure, they can put up 4 or 5 runs sometimes, but they could also get held to 1 run by Jose Urena. So I'm really not on that side there. I like what I'm seeing from the Houston Astros lately, and I'm banking on some regression from Tyler Anderson, the luckiest pitcher in baseball thus far, besides my guy James Paxton. Sure, we got Anderson.
Hold on, but you used that for Abbott today too. You got like a free drink.
Yeah, okay. There's a lot of lucky pitchers in this sport. 2.72 ERA, 107 WHIP, 1 home run per 9, 4.83 xERA, 4.89 xFIP, 10.4 barrel percentage. They all scream bullshit, and the books agree with me because they have this total at something that has only gone over in 6 of Anderson's and 9 starts thus far. Yet it's juiced to the over. The books don't really juice first 5 team total overs like that unless they think something's going to go down. And through 5 career starts at Houston, Anderson's been an absolute mess. 9.75 ERA. 192 WHIP, 3 home runs per 9. The Astros are over in 4 of 5 starts, averaging 5.4. Even if you want to say, hey, there's been some turnover in the Astros lineup, 75 plate appearances against the current lineup, 379 average, 1.211 OPS, an average of an RBI every 5 plate appearances. While the Astros were struggling a bit against lefties, it seems that Detmers may have been just what the doctors ordered. They throttled that man for 6 runs through 4 innings. This Astros offense against lefties at home, still 3rd in WRC+, 6th in ISO, 1st in OBP. And if there has been a weak spot thus far for Anderson, it's been the day starts. 2 day starts thus far, 7.54 FIP compared to a 3.92 at night. His whip is 1.61 compared to 0.96. His ERA is double. His WOBA is almost double. Houston's still playing catch up after a gross start to the season and dropping the first game of the series. They need a win here. I think they're going to throw the first punch early and get 3+ off Anderson through the first 5.
I like that bet. But I like both of them. Don't you guys think that putting this total at 9 after the first 2 games of the series, there's a little bit of like, damn, like I feel like, look, we're polling at 21% over. Like, I think everyone's betting the over. Not that I'm saying that means you shouldn't bet it. It's just I feel like this should be closer to 10. No,
closer to 10.
I mean, what is Hunter Brown allowing 6-7 earned runs to start?
Yeah, but Tyler Anderson's got like a 2 ERA.
Yeah.
And Hunter Brown's been pretty decent at home. I mean, he held Atlanta to 2 runs, Seattle to 2 runs. I mean, he got hit up by Cleveland. That was pretty much it. So, yeah, I mean, I can see I guess the over makes sense. I mean, especially with the LA bullpen. I mean, the Angels have literally nobody.
Same with Houston.
So, well, see, I agree. You're going to have Hader available. They're going to have Abreu available. They're going to have Montero available. So I disagree with that. But yeah, I think the Angels are pretty bad in their bullpen.
You think Abreu will pitch?
Yes. With the way that their situation is right now, 100%, yes.
And Hader will pitch after throwing 31 last night?
After the 3 days prior off, if they're in a winning game position, yes. I would assume so, yes.
All right.
They're making it very clear that they're trying to change that perspective of him, so we'll find out.
I mean, I doubt they would use Hader unless they're winning.
I would agree. I would assume that they're going to be in a position where they don't have to use him. They should be up by multiple runs, I would assume. If you look at that Angels bullpen, I mean, because it's only going to take one bad inning of that Angels bullpen, and it could be a 4 or 5 piece.
Hold on. Someone's saying, hold on. I disagree about, well, hold on. Let me get it up. Let's bring up Houston's bullpen because everyone's in the comments saying Houston's bullpen's fine. I mean, yeah. Hader threw 31. Presley threw back-to-back nights. Montero, guys can't see the other half of this. Montero's thrown 3 of the last 5, including 20 pitches last night. I wouldn't say that's fine. But all right.
Montero didn't pitch last night. He pitched on Monday.
I meant Abreu. I'm sorry. I said Montero, but I was referring to Abreu. Montero will be good. Yeah,
I mean, their team total's at 5.5. I mean, so they assume probably some runs are going to come.
All right, Tigers minus 120. Royals plus 100. All right. This is another one where it's like, how do you not bet the Royals at this price? I haven't yet, but like I'm down to. But I would imagine at plus 100, I know Scoople's been absolutely dealing. He's been excellent. And if you want to make the case that Scoople's going to shut the Royals down, cool, I'm here for it. But where's the evidence that the Tigers are going to get to Reagans? Because he's also been pitching well. Tigers haven't been getting to lefties at all. So Toast always likes to talk about how successful the Royals have been at home and how profitable it's been to bet them. This is a sketchy price, is it not?
No. How the fuck is it a sketchy price? You got the AL Cy Young runner, front runner at minus 120. I think it's a very fair price.
I didn't know Scuba was priced like that because Reagans is also dealing.
Scuba's a different level.
All right. So Royals, right?
Yes.
Because, I mean, everyone's going to be betting the Royals at this.
I'm on the Royals money line as well. Beaver has a much better write-up than mine, so I'll let him go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't understand. Yeah, so back in the Royals complete a sweep. Not the easiest task against the AL Cy Young front runner. Don't really give a shit. I feel like if there's a spot to do so, I feel like it's here. I trust this KC team to complete a sweep. I feel like they've done it 3 times now at home this season. They're beasts at home. Sure, Scoopel dealt in the first matchup against KC less than a month ago. 7 innings of shutout baseball. What about the previous 11 overall appearances against KC? What about those where he's 1-7 with a 5.09 ERA and a 1.9 home run per 9? What about the 6 road appearances at KC where he's 1-4 with a 5.97 ERA and 2 home runs per 9? When he had seen the Royals, they were dramatically underperforming against lefties, but they're finally performing up to their potential against lefties right now. From March 27th to April 30th, when he had seen them, they were 27th in WRC+, 26th in ISO, and 25th in OBP. From May 1st until now, they're 6th in WRC+, 11th in ISO, and 5th in OBP against lefties. Last 4 to face KC, 1-3 win-loss record, 6.95 ERA, and a 1.59 WHIP. They may not be the same talent level as Scuba, but the amount of damage that KC's doing against lefties, that's making a statement in my eyes. And on the other side, we got Cole Reagans. While he hasn't been as untouchable as Scuba, he's been still pretty damn good. Tigers are nothing to write home about against lefties right now either. Last 4 to face them, 2.08 ERA, 0.35 home run per 9, 0.88 WHIP. That was against Jordan Montgomery, Framber Valdez, Trevor Rogers, and Ryan Weathers. So we got 2 scrubs and 2 vulnerable stars. Take out the atrocity that is home Logan Allen, a guy that has a 7.33 ERA at home this season. And the other 5 lefties to face the Tigers away from Detroit this season have combined for a 2.23 ERA, 0.3 home run per 9, and a 0.77 WHIP. Tigers can't do anything against these lefties away from Detroit. Neither pen has been satisfactory lately, but the KC offense is producing at a far higher level against bullpens. I'm not passing up the most profitable team in baseball at this price. I don't care who was pitching across from them.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It was Royals all the way. I feel like the entire planet is going to be betting the Royals here.
I don't think so. I saw a lot of Scuba props today. Everybody loves him some Scuba. Reagan's going to show who the real dog is today.
We're polling at 75%, 20. Everyone, we're all betting the Royals, but maybe we're just an isolated sample.
Yeah, I'm on the Royals. You guys know how it is for me. It's really simple. Royals are 20-8 at home, so I'm going to continue to play the Royals at home until they give me a reason not to. So, yeah, Royals for me.
Yeah, maybe I will bet this. But yeah, our entire community is betting the Royals. 74% to 19% is what it closed at. So everyone watching, we're all on the Royals. Hopefully it works out. All right, so that's the end of the day games. Let's do a quick find out what a top bet for the early games. So in the first one, they liked. Did they like the Nats or they probably like the Nats? Then they liked Guardians money line. Third game, Orioles Cardinals we didn't do. So Angels Astros, what did they vote for that one? Astros just barely won. So Astros -1.5 or Royals money line. It's gonna be Royals though, because everyone clicked on the Royals. See what everyone's favorite bet is. The Royals Tigers Nerfy with Cole Reagans and Scuba on the mound is -105. I feel like that would be one of the more expensive Nerfies. I don't look at Nerfy prices, but I figured with those 2 pitchers and those 2 lineups, that would just logic would tell me that would be like one of those -130 ones.
Saw somebody comment, don't fade Scuba until he loses. He lost 2 starts ago, and then he lost.
I was going to say, didn't he just lose
before that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, permission to fade.
But yeah, he just not the start before he lost. Just start before last one. Oh no, 2 starts ago.
Not to mention,
Someone just said that Nerfy is -150. So someone, which makes
Jesus
more sense, which is what I thought it would be. So when he said, you could tell like the way I read that, I was like -105. Thank you for someone said it's -160.
I don't understand the Nerfy love these days. I just don't get it.
Apparently, no. Okay, Toast. One thing I will say, apparently this month there is a thing going on where it is like absurdly profitable. If there's a month to bet these stupid Nerfies, it would be this month.
But then you have to like take the time out of your day to look it up, find the pricing.
No, there's plenty of clowns tweeting them out daily. They don't have to do shit.
Oh, they're clowns. People are clowns if they bet Nerfies. Relax.
I'm sorry. I'm just not a Nerfy guy.
Me neither, but doesn't mean I'm going to insult those who bet them.
I guess.
I don't know.
No, I mean, COS does Nerfies. I love those guys, but it's still just like, I don't know. Just not a. I think it's a clown bet. Sorry, not gonna
It's
fucking
really
fold.
close. It's really close to being like, oh, I just won my up two bet. Cash it. Yeah.
Exactly. It's the same shit. It's like goober bets.
DK. I won my $20. Yes. Woohoo! Up two.
So anyway, our community's favorite bet is Cleveland money line. So they don't care about Naylor being out. Just the pure fate of the Mets, and I can't say I'm mad at it. I do think the Mets will score runs, though, and I bet that. Community top bet for the morning is Guardians money line. So thanks, everyone, for watching. I'll be back at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Do the NBA game. I don't even know if there's – I'm assuming there's NHL. I got to look if the NHL and WNBA to see if there's NHL and WNBA on. We'll be talking about those, but I'll be here NBA.
The Rangers play tonight.
The Rangers, yes. Okay, so we will be on for NHL, WNBA, then NBA playoffs, MLB, night games.
There's one NBA or there's one WNBA and one NHL game each.
Yeah. So, all right, we'll be back around 4 p.m. Eastern time. I'll set this the stream up and let you know. Talk to you guys later.